WPSD Local 6, your breaking news and weather authority. This is Local 6 at 10.
William G. Fleming Jr. Larry D. Hosford. Everett Reap.
If you are a member of the Gold Star family, would you rise so that we can recognize you? Yeah, we can give them a standing ovation. Absolutely.
After cold open. You are taking a live look now at the wall that heals. You could see, despite the rain, despite the cold, despite the wind, there are still people out here now that are looking for the names of loved ones, for the names of friends, for the names of children, fathers, to see their names.
Today has been very emotional. It's been very powerful. It's been months in the making, but the wall is here. And earlier today, hundreds of people have been out here visiting the wall, visiting with one another, and just taking everything in and processing everything about what this wall behind us means. And it is cold, it is windy, it is raining, but the wall remains steady, strong, standing tall.
You can see it's actually just really beautiful right now, not only with that glow of the lights illuminating it, but even with the rain, it almost makes that granite shinier. It's really beautiful.
And there's still some people out here tonight, which is what we were told to expect, because this wall will remain open for 24 hours straight through most of Sunday. 2:30 is when they start to deconstruct the wall. But as you can see right here, people are out here this evening, and you're welcome to come out here 24 hours a day to visit. Now, veterans, families, and the friends, they gather today for the formal opening ceremony for the wall that heals.
Yeah, many of you watched that opening ceremony at home right along with us. That ceremony continued into the evening. Local 6's Bryce Mansfield was there watching it for us. Bryce, really a beautiful ceremony.
Jennifer, one of the most powerful portions of that ceremony was the reading of Vietnam veterans' names, those who lost their lives fighting for our country. Today I spoke with a Gold Star veteran, Vietnam veteran, who says he showed up here today in memory of his brother who never made it home. As hallelujah echoed throughout these stands.
You're still alive.
Carrying his brother's name with him beyond the wall that heals. The opening ceremony started about 6 o'clock this evening. It lasted roughly an hour and a half. At this point, our community is really rallying around our veterans and doing what they can to show their support, ultimately going up to each and every one of them saying thank you for your service and your sacrifice. We'll be out here a little closer to the wall in just a bit, so we'll join back up with you all. But for now, we're going to toss it back to you.
Okay, Bryce, thank you. And hey, if you missed that ceremony, if you weren't able to watch it with us, if you weren't able to be here, or if you just want to watch it again, you can watch it in its entirety. Just head to our Facebook fan page, WPSD TV.
And we have some information that we want to share with you. You're invited to come out to the wall tomorrow evening at 6 o'clock. We're going to put that information up on the screen. There will be a wreath-laying ceremony here in Paducah's Carson Park.
And the wall that heals will stay open all night and through Sunday afternoon at 2:30. It is free and open to the public. Well, Vietnam veterans visiting the wall that heals are being recognized for their service. The Daughters of the American Revolution are giving certificates and pins to veterans who stop by Honor Hall.
And veterans say they appreciate that gesture because some of them did not receive a warm welcome when they returned home from the war. Bobby Brown served in the Navy during the Vietnam War. He remembers that time well.
We was advised even to go home not wearing your uniform. But why should I not wear my uniform? I fought for that uniform, you know. And you had different people thinking and everything, but they was pretty rough on us at times.
Well, any veteran who wishes to receive a certificate and a pin, they can visit Honor Hall. That is right here at Carson Park. It's just on the other side of this wall.
And for now, we will go back to the Local 6 studio for news of the day and a check of your forecast with Leah Shields.
All right, thanks Todd and Jennifer. Doing such a great job out there, and it's pretty chilly right now. I'm guessing it's going to stay that way.
Hour by hour coming up in just a few minutes.
New details at 10. We're learning tonight this man tried to break into a church just minutes before yesterday's deadly shooting at a Kroger in Louisville, Kentucky. Police say Gregory Bush was caught on video trying to get into the First Baptist Church at Jeffersontown. It's a predominantly black church that's just 2 miles away from Kroger. Bush made his first court appearance today. He is charged with 2 counts of murder, 10 counts of wanton endangerment. His bond is set at $5 million. And these are the 2 people killed in yesterday's shooting. They were identified today as 69-year-old Maurice Stallard and 67-year-old Vicki Lee Jones. Both lived in the Louisville area. There's another report of a suspicious package at the Time Warner Center in New York City. The building with CNN offices was evacuated tonight for the second time this week. Police say the package does not match the bomb package found yesterday. That bomb package was among at least 10 packages like this one sent to prominent Democrats and critics of President Trump. The FBI announced today they believe the packages were sent from a U.S. postal facility in South Florida. They are still searching for the suspect. The Illinois state capitol was placed on lockdown this afternoon because of a suspicious substance. State police say the substance was in a bag in the men's bathroom. Still not clear what the substance was, but it was found not to be a threat. Be on the lookout for any strange or unusual behavior in your neighborhood. Kentucky State Police say there's been a significant increase in burglaries in and around the Wingo community of Graves County. To help protect your home, lock all outside doors and windows before you leave the house or go to bed. Leave lights on when you go out so it looks like someone is home. Never leave notes on your door like gone shopping. And if you are going to be gone for days, arrange with the post office to hold your mail. Kentucky's Attorney General is holding another pharmaceutical company responsible for the state's opioid crisis. Andy Bashir filed a lawsuit against Teva today. He says the Pennsylvania-based manufacturer persuaded physicians to prescribe its fentanyl-based cancer drugs to treat chronic pain and directly contributed to Kentucky's addiction outbreak. This is Bashir's 8th lawsuit related to opioids. This man admitted to buying $900 worth of items using credit cards from his 96-year-old mother without her consent. McCracken County Sheriff's deputies say John Crawford bought the items from different stores in the Paducah area over the summer. Crawford also admitted to forging 3 checks totaling nearly $500. A local school will soon get new fitness equipment to keep your child healthy. Central Elementary School in Draftonville, Kentucky received a $16,500 grant from Baptist Health Paducah to launch Project Fit America next month. The money will go to indoor and outdoor equipment, teacher training, and curriculum materials. Central Elementary is the 16th school in the region to launch the project. A travel back in time. There's a time capsule sealed inside this local statue. What's inside? Ahead at 10. And our continuing coverage on The Wall That Heals, how this traveling memorial is connecting those who remember Vietnam with younger generations.
And preparing you for rain showers tomorrow, how long those will last, and a look ahead to the weekend, too, coming up after the break. You're watching Local 6 at 10.
Your breaking news and weather authority with Todd Faulkner, Jennifer Horbelt, Weather Authority Jennifer Rukavina, and Jeff Bidwell Sports. You're watching Local 6 at 10 in high definition.
Next week, we could actually have some thunderstorms rolling into the area with our next system.
All right, not too bad. Thanks, Jennifer. We're going to head back out to The Wall That Heals with Todd and Jennifer out there, doing a great job in this cold, wet weather. What's it like out there at night?
All right, Leah, thank you. Again, we're back out here live for our special coverage of The Wall That Heals, Traveling Vietnam Memorial Replica. It's been a tough few days, actually. A lot of volunteers have been out here putting that wall up. We've had veterans come out. Earlier today was the ceremony, and tonight the wall is up. It is shining bright, and it's really something to take in.
It's glowing, really. We've talked about that as that sun goes down and it gets dark out here. It's beautiful during the day, but at night it's illuminated, and hopefully we'll see it again here soon. But it's raining. We mentioned it's cold. It's a little windy out here, and yet we still, as you can see, we still have folks that are out here at the wall because it's important to them.
And we certainly hope that if you haven't been out here yet, that you and your family find the time to come out here and experience the educational center that is set up. You can't see it in this particular frame, but it's an educational center where you can read about the Vietnam War. There are artifacts there you can learn about and read about. There's some movies playing. So do that first and then take a moment to walk along the wall and perhaps look for a family member or someone that you know that did die in the war.
And there is a look at that education center. We mentioned that there are things inside of there. These are things that have been left at the wall by people for their loved ones. There's a care package that was never opened. A gentleman whose parents sent it to him, and he passed away before he was able to open it. That's there, among many other special things. So you'll not only see those, but you'll also learn a little bit, as you mentioned.
We talked about all the people coming out here, and that includes students, right?
It does include students. We're passing on these memories to the younger generation. Many students visited the wall on school field trips today. A group of 80 students actually came out from Carlisle County High School.
That's right. They got an in-depth look at the Vietnam Educational Center and the wall itself. But the students say it really was the stories from Vietnam veterans that they will remember forever.
They said that the people here were harsh on them just about the war. Like, people that were anti-war were calling them names, and I couldn't imagine having to go through that.
And we're told to expect about 1,000 students to come out here to the Wall That Heals by the end of tomorrow. And I think that's really important for the younger generations to come out here and learn about it.
It's really neat to see people of all ages out here, families, veterans. It's a great experience. Local 6's Bryce Mansfield has been covering this extensively for us. He's been out here for several days. You were out here earlier, Bryce, for the welcome home ceremony. A much different tone at this hour, correct?
Definitely. It's much different at night than it is during the daytime. During the daytime, there's quite a bit of activity out. There's, of course, more people out. A lot of folks are getting off work and swinging by to visit with their loved ones on their way home from work. But I want you to take a moment, and I'm going to stop talking for a minute. I want you to hear what we're hearing right now. So I want you to take a look at what we're seeing and listen to what we're hearing. Complete silence out here right now, and a lot of people are taking advantage of that just when they get a moment to come out at nighttime and have a little bit more of an intimate, personal experience with their loved one on this wall. Talk with them, spend some time with them, lay mementos down at the feet of the wall. I want you to take a look at some of these mementos we have here. We have flowers, we have American flags. There's even a Vietnam flag back here that somebody has kind of nailed to the ground. So definitely a more intimate experience out here at the wall during nighttime, much different than it is during the daytime. Todd, Jen?
Bryce, thank you. And you know, there were veterans that were here today who were really comfortable showing their emotions and how they felt when there were a lot of people around. But there are others who would prefer, obviously, to do that more privately in this way. So a reminder, there will be a wreath-laying ceremony tomorrow. It is scheduled to start at 6 in the evening here in Paducah's Carson Park.
And the Wall That Heals will stay open all night and through Sunday afternoon at 2:30. It is free to the public.
You're watching WPSD Local 6.
This well-known statue in southern Illinois is giving neighbors a look into the past. The Doughboy statue in Heron is being restored, and the statue depicts a soldier from World War I and is more than 90 years old. Local 6's Logan Gay tells us about a time capsule behind one of the planks on the statue.
A time capsule locked inside this statue is finally being opened. Illinois, Logan Gay, WPSD, Local 6.
They hope to lock the time capsule back up by next week. You can see some of the documents from the original time capsule in Heron City Hall. The restoration is scheduled to be completed before Veterans Day.
12 points, all fighting likely for one spot. Race coverage starts Sunday at 1:30 on the NBC Sports Network.
The traveling wall that heals has visited 600 cities across the United States tonight. It stands tall, stands proud in Paducah, Kentucky.
I think it's fair to say that our community has really flocked to the wall, not only to see it, but has been coming together for months to make sure that it could be here for our veterans.
And it has been so healing, as the name indicates, for the veterans who have come here. They have found the names of men and women who they knew when they served in the Vietnam War, who'd never returned home, and it is healing for them. We have witnessed it here today.
It's painful as well, but a pain that some of these men and women felt that they needed to feel. I want to speak on behalf of us, but also on the entire team at WPSD. We are just incredibly honored, and we're grateful that the veterans who have shared their stories with us have, that the family members of those who did not make it shared those stories. It's been an honor and privilege.
And it's been an education as well for all of us involved behind the scenes and in front of the camera to be here. And we're honored and we're blessed to be here to experience what is going to be a life memory for so many of us. And we certainly hope that you and your family can come out to the wall that heals.
Thank you to all of our veterans for your service.